Heaven's Front Porch. This is Kathy Gilmore, and I want to help you deal with fear a little bit more. All of you children and families, I want you to be thinking about this little bunny from Easter Bunny's Amazing Day, the storybook that my sister and I created together. I want you to think about a way that I designed for children to be able to give their fears to Jesus. Because in the story, it's that moment when the little bunny puts his trust in Jesus, that Jesus lifts him up, hugs him, and holds him, and all of his fears lift. And I want to help you to not be afraid. And so the way we do this is a little activity. And the way we do this is you get a little piece of paper and something to write with. It can be a pen, pencil, anything, crayon, whatever you like. And then you're going to write down something that you're afraid of. So let's say I am going to be my fear that I want to give to Jesus today is fear of, maybe I'm afraid of being sick. I'm going to fold that up and I'm going to put it in an Easter egg. Okay? I'm going to put it in a little Easter egg and I'm going to close it up. All right, can you do that? I think you could do that. You could find a little plastic Easter egg and put your fear inside that little egg. And if you're not old enough to write, that's okay. You can have mom or dad or grandma or grandpa or a teacher or a big sister or a big brother, someone to help you write it, and then you put it inside the egg. And then you get a little picture or a little statue, doesn't matter what it is. I have a little statue that's from like a nativity set kind of a thing of Jesus, because you want to give your fear to Jesus. So you're going to place that little egg with Jesus. So he exercises that virtue of trust. So by giving this little fear to Jesus, then we can show that we trust him. And so here's a prayer that we can pray that'll help us do that. And this bunny prayer it goes like this. Please, Jesus, and you can play this over again so you can remember these words. Please, Jesus, give me a humble heart like a bunny, that I may trust in you for everything. I am small, but you are big enough to take care of me always. Fill my heart with your love and your joy. Help me to remember that you do big things with what appears to be small, like bread, children, bunnies, and me. Jesus, I trust in you. Now, when you pray that prayer, you're asking God to fill your heart with his grace, his power, his strength. And I remember hearing a story of a child who did just this simple activity. And the child had been afraid, having nightmares for months. And when the child went home that night, we were doing the activity out and about somewhere. And when the child went home that night, the child didn't have nightmares anymore. So it really works. I talk a lot about how virtue works. And this is a situation where God's grace is real, and we can become virtue heroes by first exercising everyday virtue, so choosing those good habits like trusting in God, and then praying so that God's grace will flood in and fill us up. And that's what makes us virtue strong. That's what makes us a virtue hero. And so we all want to be able to be virtue heroes for all the people we love. And we want power and strength that comes from God that lasts forever. We don't need power and strength that's pretend. I mean, that's fine. It's fun. But we need the real thing. When we're afraid and we're having a hard time, we need the real thing. So I recommend to you to try that activity and see how it goes. And let me know if you want. You know, you can make a little video yourself of how that worked, and let us know. Let other children know that that trusting in Jesus, that virtue of trusting in Jesus, is powerful stuff.